Well, it's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new month. Well, we're not quite at the what I read this month, but we're pretty damn close. So I made a deal with my dad about a month ago, where he's like, "I don't want you to drink Dr Pepper for a month," uh, and I was not happy with this idea, but I decided, fine, why not? But so if I seem a little more grouchy in the next couple of weeks, that's probably why. So good luck to me, I guess. Hello, everyone. Britton here, also known as Samoki Dude. I am back with not what I read in July. July, that'll be next week. But I got tagged again, and another tag by my friend Amanda from Strange Mentality Paper. Um, she's a good friend of the channel. She's been on a couple of my videos. I know she has a bit of a salty rep on YouTube, but she is a sweetheart. I do think she's been a good friend to me, and she also has helped me out on a lot of my own writing projects. But she decided to tag me on the Honest Booktuber tag. She had me on another one. She tagged me for another one, but I'll admit I wasn't really interested in that. But this one actually seemed pretty interesting. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing this today. And don't worry, I'm not gonna be doing it. Okay, after I know I said I was just gonna do those two tags that I did last week, and or not last week, but 2 weeks ago. Um, and I was going to kind of pump the brakes on tags, but I decided to do this one. This will be my last tag for a while. Again, I'm not against doing them. I just don't want to make a stupid amount of them. So yeah, thanks Amanda for tagging me. This is the Honest Booktuber tag. So I guess I shouldn't stall for too much longer. Let's get into it. So question number one: have you ever lied about reading a book? Believe it or not, yes, I have lied about reading a book. In the past, there are several books that I would tell people. I don't do it so much anymore. I try to actually read the books um, that I get. But yeah, there were some times I have lied about books that I haven't read when I told people that I did read them. So yeah, I have lied about reading a book. So yeah, there you go. Question number two: have you ever avoided a book because of controversy with the authors and/or content? This was an interesting question. I generally don't avoid books based on content. Like, I'm one of those weird guys. I generally like to test myself in terms of like content. Like, I don't mind reading about. Now, there are certain things I don't like reading about, such as sexual assault or children being hurt in any way or form. But that won't turn me away from a book. And the same thing with authors. I mean, I don't generally like it's generally fair game with most authors. Like, I can deal with H.P. Lovecraft's pretty obnoxious racism. I can deal with like pretty old timey stuff that would offend people nowadays, like the racism thing. But there are a couple of authors that I am seeking to avoid because of personal controversy. One is Marion Zimmer Bradley, because not only did she let her child be violated in a horrible way, but she also took part in violating her child in a really horrifying, unforgivable manner. And I don't like hurting kids like that. That crosses the line. I can't really get behind that. Really, I cannot, in good conscience, support Marion Zimmer Bradley after learning what she did. So, and plus, I've heard her books aren't really that good anyway. So, I'm not gonna read any of her books. So, no Mists of Avalon for me. None of her books. I don't want to read them. I don't want to support her. Even though apparently now they're giving money that the books make to like charities for sexual assault victims, which is good. But again, I don't want to give that woman any money. I don't want to read her books. You know, I just don't want any of that. I don't want to deal with any of that. Same thing with Alice Munro. I heard recently that she also allowed her child to be hurt in a really unforgivable, horrifying way. And again, when it comes to kids, I really have a hard time supporting people who hurt children. It's not it's not, like children for me are generally innocent. I know they can be annoying at times, but they're generally innocent, I mean, it's like kicking a dog, like like if you hurt a kid, it's like kicking a puppy, like it's not, there's nothing forgivable about any of that. Like, you can't justify that, in my opinion. So, yeah, no. So those two authors, I will not check out because of that reason. But generally, aside from those two authors, most everything else is fair game. Like, if something has racist content in it, I'll read it. If something has even sexual assault in it, I'll read it. I won't like it, but I'll read it. Same thing with, basically anything is fine. I mean, just hurting children. I don't like that. Well, in the real world anyway. In books, I can deal with it. I don't like reading about it, but I can deal with it. Because, again, it is fictional at the end of the day. But, no. I'm not reading Marion Zimmer Bradley, and I'm not reading Alice Munro, because I don't want to give any of those people, I don't want to give either of those women money. Now, I bet some people are like, oh, well, they're dead now, that's, it's not really something. Well, it turns out that Marion Zimmer Bradley's daughter wrote a extremely homophobic treatise about her experiences of being sexually assaulted. So, even now, we're still seeing the damage that Marion Zimmer Bradley did on her daughter by forming her into a homophobic nut job. So, yeah, no. Not supporting her, not giving her a dime of my money. So, there you go. Take that. Though, if you do like Mists of Avalon, I'm not judging you. I'm just saying this for me personally. I'm not trying to condemn you for what books you read. Read whatever the hell you want. Though, that is funny. I don't mean to go on for too long. Hog. I've heard Hog is really disturbing, so I don't want to read that. Just from what I've heard about it, I don't know if I want to read that. So, yeah, Hog. That's an example. So, yeah. Anyway, let's get on to the third question. Have you ever been sent a book for free and not disclosed that? No, I don't think so. Maybe I have, and I don't remember it. I generally talk about when I get books for free. Like my friend Joe sent me some books for free. Mike Mullman sent me some of his books. My friend Jason sent me his book, A Song for the End of the World. He did send me that. No, I don't think I have bought a book. I've never been sent a book for free and not disclosed it. I don't think so. Maybe I have and I just forgot, but I don't know. As far as I know, so the answer is, as far as I know, no. So yeah, let's move on to the next question. Have you ever bought a book with no intention of reading it? Yes, I have. It's kind of a complicated question because, or a complicated answer, because most of the books I buy with the express intention of reading it, but not right now. So I'll say I bought The Bloody Chamber by Angela Carter the other day, and I'm not planning on reading it right this moment, but I am definitely planning on reading it. So most of the books that I buy, I plan to read them just at some point. So there you go. Though there is an exception. Hold on, let me grab this. Oh! I did get this very beautiful complete works of William Shakespeare for Christmas. And I don't know if I'll read this. I'll probably look through it because, I really love this book, and I love William Shakespeare, and I'm a big fan of his work. So, but I probably won't read it. This is one of my few kind of vanity buys. So yeah, so there's a book that I probably won't read, but I bought it anyway because I love Shakespeare. So yeah, there you go. Have you ever gotten caught up in BookTube drama? No. It's kind of a complicated answer. I did get into a little thing with a friend of mine. I won't name him, but really it was over a video I made. It wasn't really like drama, like we were like fighting or anything, but I don't even consider it a fight. It was just it was a lot of miscommunication, and there was just we had a discussion, and it was a little contentious. But aside from that, it got solved pretty quickly, And we're cool now. There's no hard feelings about it. You know, it's just a lot of it was miscommunication, and you know, it just didn't. You know, it just was kind of a messy situation. But we got it figured out. We're all friends again. Everything's fine. But generally, no, I have not gotten caught up in a lot of BookTube drama, except for that one time. Though I was a little opportunistic the other day when people were arguing about self-pub again, and I talked about my self-pub book, but I don't really consider that really drama, at least on my part anyway. So, yeah, there you go. Next question. Have you ever gotten a hate comment? If so, how did you respond? Generally, no. I don't get a lot of hate comments. I generally, at least not on YouTube. One time, there's this site I use called Quora where you can write answers to stuff. And there was one time, this one particular guy basically said, "You're not a journalist, you're not a critic, shut up." Well, let me tell you right now, I have an award from Dallas, Texas, right here. I don't know if you guys can see it, that says different. So whoever that guy was, go fuck yourself. I am definitely a journalist. So, yeah, you can take that and shove it right in your ass. Anyway, but aside from that, on BookTube, no. And generally everyone's pretty friendly on here. So, I don't think I've gotten any comments. I have gotten a couple of spam comments, though. My God, so much spam on YouTube. It is absolutely ridiculous. But, not a lot of hate comments. Everyone's pretty friendly for the most part on here. I mean, I've gotten into, like, debates, but that's not really, like, hate comments. It's just me and someone else disagreeing. Which that's kind of sad to say. I have to clarify that, but oh well. Next question. Have you ever made a video just for the views? This is kind of complicated because I think most of us make videos because we want people to watch them. You know, I definitely do. I generally don't make videos, like, just to, like, clout chase, you know. If you know me, I'm generally quite suspicious of hype machines, and I can be somewhat resentful of hype machines, but, excuse me. But I definitely have done videos that I knew would probably get views. Like, you know, some of my conversations I've had on Britain's Hangout Hour, like, with Bookborn or AP Canavan, or there's some that'll be coming out later that will probably get a lot of views. Those, I mean, I do Britain's Hangout Hour because I like talking to people, I like hearing their perspectives and all that, but I also get some of these, like, bigger YouTubers because I know more people are probably going to see it, so, you know, I mean, that's kind of a given. So, I mean, I don't do it for that express purpose. That's just kind of a bonus. You know, I do it mainly because I like the conversations and discussions, but also, if it gets people to find my channel and appreciate my content and what I'm doing here, then, you know, that's a bonus for me. So, yeah. Generally, no, I don't make videos just for the views, but I do make them for views. I want people to watch them, and I do get a little miffed from time to time when my videos don't do very well. So, yeah, no, I don't generally make videos just for the views. It's just a bonus, as I've said. So, yeah, there you go. If you could go back to the beginning of your channel, would you do things differently? I definitely would have done some other things differently. If you guys don't know, I've said this already, but I actually started this channel back in, like, 2019, and a lot of it was me sitting around and kind of rambling about books and movies and, you know, comics and music. The reviews aren't good. I got rid of them because, to be honest, I didn't want anyone... I'm not ashamed of them, but I definitely could do better. I do think a lot of the videos that I'm doing now are a lot better than the ones I did back in the day. And I got rid of them because, like, I don't like watching them. And generally, I don't like watching myself. Like, I hate watching myself. But as of the one when I restarted it, no, I wouldn't change very much of anything. I probably would have gotten a better mic, maybe. Because a lot of people complained at the beginning that my microphone wasn't very good. But now I have the Shure mic, so yeah, that worked out very well. I'm very proud of it. I love it a lot. yeah, but aside from that, no, I wouldn't do much things differently. Are there channels you wish you could be more like? Oh man, this was a tough one because I really love a lot of YouTube channels on here. Like, I really love my friend John's channel from Talking Story. I really love the community he's built over there, and just the group of people who've shown up at his channel. And he has that dynamic with his son Jacob. I really love that. And the editing is a lot better. I mean, I can edit a little bit. I'm just really lazy. I don't like it. I don't hate editing, but like it's just like that's why I like doing them in one go because I won't have to edit so much because I'm quite lazy, believe it or not. Even though I put out a lot of content, that's because I enjoy it. But I mean, I would also love to be like, Fantasy Network, Jimmy. I would love to have his. Also, I'd love to have his community that he's built. I really love the channels like, Jimmy and John and Philip Chase, and also iWizard. I really love iWizard's channel, Jordan, because like he is very. It reminds me a lot of kind of how myself in a lot of ways. Because Jordan and I are quite interested in similar things. But also I really like the freedom that Jordan gives himself to talk about books that he loves, not just in one genre. Like he did a video about nonfiction books that he likes, and that's something I really like to do on my channel. I don't like to just stick to one genre, because if I just stuck to one genre, I would just go crazy after a while. There's other channels like Raph. I really like Raph's channel a lot. I wish I could be more like that, because every time I make one of my, like, I call them kind of my Raph videos as a joke, but I'm like, man, I wish I could be like more deep, like Raph or Jordan is. They're both really smart guys, and they know what they're talking about. And even Jason, my friend Jason has a little nice community, and I'm a part of that community. I'm very glad to be a part of that community. But I just my big wish, I guess, is for YouTube more than anything is to have a nice community of people who appreciate my videos, and also to have people who can appreciate the books and comics that I appreciate as well. So, yeah, there's the answer for that question. And the last question I have here is, what's something you love about your channel? Well, that's a good question. Well, like I said earlier, I really love that. I knew when I started this new channel, I wanted to give myself the freedom to talk about any book that I want to talk about. I really, because even though I said before, I don't, do, I do put my videos out because I want people to see them. I generally don't, go into videos for views. It's not really my cup of tea. I really like that I can talk about any book that I want, and I don't have to care about how well it'll do. I don't have, I haven't really set myself up in a way where I could run into problems in the future. I've seen this even with YouTube channels that I admire. They start out talking about mainly fantasy and science fiction, and they start going out into other genres, and then people are just kind of shrugging and wondering what the hell is this. Luckily, that hasn't happened on my channel, though I imagine it hasn't grown a lot because, I go all over the place with my literary taste. So, I mean, and that's fine, I do love, as I've said before, I love my 394 subscribers. I love them all. They're all dearly appreciated in the Samoki Dude community. But to keep it short and sweet, I really like that I can just kind of talk about what I want. I love comics, so I talk about comics. I talk about books, and if I feel like talking about a fantasy book, I'll talk about one. If I want to talk about a literary novel, I'll do it. Or if I read a crime novel, I can do that. And I also really like that I cover genres that aren't as well covered on YouTube, like crime novels and even westerns from time to time. I've covered Only Killers and Thieves and Blood Meridian, of course, and All the Pretty Horses. But yeah, no, I mean, that's really what I love about my channel, is just kind of the freedom I've given myself to talk about all the books that I want to talk about, books that I am generally passionate about. So yeah, that's kind of really what I got for that answer. So, yeah. Thank you, Amanda, for tagging me on this. That is the end of this tag. And I got people to tag now, so some people I'm going to tag. Brian from Bookish, the Bookish Texan, as well as what he's also called. Great channel. He actually just recently subscribed to my channel, so thank you, Brian, for that. I appreciate that a lot. He's a cool guy. Also decided to tag Raph Blue Text, because I thought it'd be kind of funny, and it'd be kind of funny to see him do a tag. I don't think he'll do it, but it would be funny to see him do one. So I'll tag him. I'll tag my friend Dee from Through the Pages with Dee. She's been kind of on a hiatus recently. I hope she comes back soon, because I dearly miss her a lot. And, of course, the homie Darko, my main man, the big bro of BookTube, the guy I read Kindred with. He's the great guy. He's the friend of the channel. Darko from Kindles and Kicks. I'm sure he'll do this. He tagged me in the nightclub tag, so I'm tagging him right back in the honest Booktuber tag. So, yeah, that is all I have for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. You can find me on Twitter. You can also find me on Goodreads and Letterboxd, where I write reviews that are probably more coherent than the one you just heard right now. You can also find me on Instagram, because I just got on there not too long ago. I'm still pretty bad at posting on there, but I'm trying to get the hang of it. Also find me on Blue Sky. I barely post on there, but if you want to follow me on there, feel free. I'd love to hear from you guys. Also, like, comment, subscribe. As my friend John Minton likes to say, it feels good when you click that like button. You get a little something when you click that like button. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed the tag, and once again, thank you, Amanda, for tagging me. Until next time.